Hi, Tracy here from Tutor Dude. So we're a couple of weeks from going back to school this January 2016, and how are you preparing your child to go back to school? What sorts of things have you been doing? I assume that you've been organising books, organising uniform, but also make sure you spend time talking to your child about, you know, their new teacher, how exciting it's going to be. There's going to be new children in their class, or children that you know are in their class, which I'm sure you probably know by now. But a couple of things I just wanted to talk about briefly today that will help you and your child going through into the new year. Now, I know that when children come into prep, they don't know much about the routines of school because they've never been there, and we need to teach them. But we need to develop independence. And from those very early ages, you can do very small things that they have to do themselves that creates that independence. Now, it might be that they have a book that they, like a homeschool diary that goes backwards and forwards, and they have to put it in a particular place in their classroom each morning. That's not something that parents need to do. That's something your child needs to be trained to do. That's their independent task. So when they come in, they can do that themselves. They might be somewhere they put their food or their lunchbox or their water bottle. Encourage them, direct them, but don't do it for them. It's really hard because in the early days it seems to take forever, and I know I could do it myself much quicker and I'll be out of here and I could get to work. But those few minutes you take to guide them, to help them, will really help them in the long run. And as they get older, you know, the things that you expect them to do independently will become much more great. And that's perfectly acceptable. You wouldn't expect your prep child to pack their own lunchbox, get themselves on the bus, get themselves to school without any help from you. But you might do by the time they're in grade 6 or grade 7 in high school. So building that independence and little steps from a very young age is really important, and it really helps them to develop. The other thing is teaching them to be resilient. So by resilient, we mean that they don't just crumble the first time something goes wrong, that you actually give them the chance to problem solve and work out how to solve things for themselves. You don't just stay as a parent just fixing everything up for them. There are times when it's just not going to go their way, and they need to be resilient to that. As adults, we know that things don't go our way, and we just move along. We don't spend hours and hours crying and carrying on over it for most things. We just accept that's part of life, and children need to learn that too. And the final and most important thing you can do for your child is spend time reading. And I can't emphasize that enough. 5 minutes in the morning just to sit with your child and read their readers at their appropriate level for their ability. Another 5 minutes at night, maybe before they go to bed, to read with them something that they like, but you read to them to help them develop that vocabulary. I can't say how important it is that you need to do reading with your child. Then there really is no excuse. That's the only thing you probably, apart from their health and well-being, is absolutely essential that you really need to do, because the research is saying that the more children read, the better they do. So the more time they spend with books and words and language, the better they will do in life. So it's a really fundamental thing just to spend those 5-10 minutes a day, put everything aside, 5-10 minutes of quality reading every day, and it will really pay off. So good luck for the new term. We'll see you soon.